Another one. I have a list, actually, of things I wish I could tell my students. This is part dos, okay? Listen, I work at an elementary school, and most of my population is very mixed, but it's also not very Black. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I have a lot of students, and of course, living in a good old America, the issue of race, or the topic of race, or the subject of race always comes up in some sort of fashion or other. And every other 3 days, like 3 days out the week, where somebody says it, and I hear somebody say these two words. That's racist. Oh. No. Let me say, it bothers me because these babies do not understand what they are saying. And it bothers me whenever it's different people saying it. Okay? That's racist. Because if you know your history, things I wish I could say to my babies, honey, let me choose my words lightly. Let me choose them lightly. Honey, because let me say it depends on certain situations and certain circumstances where I defend it or not. I usually try to defend it because I need these babies to know that there's a whole difference between racism, prejudice, and discrimination. Those are 3 different words, but somehow everything that has to do with race has lumped into that's racist. Okay, so please teach your children what the difference is. Also teach your children who has the power to be racist versus who does not have the power to be racist. Keyword power, because some people can be prejudiced, but they cannot necessarily be racist because they don't have the power to be racist. Because if you know your definitions of racist, prejudice, and discrimination, you'll see the difference. And there's a difference where one group of people have the power to be racist versus other groups of people don't have the power to be racist, but they can still say some mean things that are prejudiced, and they can still be rude to people and exclude them and be discriminatory. Do you see how that works, children? That's what I wish I could say to my kids, but I usually just say, hey, don't say that. Or clean it up. Okay, now everybody line up. Eyes on me.